Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, then you're probably checking out Rapify, and maybe you're wondering, is this a good side hustle? Okay, can you actually make money from this website? How does it work? We're going to check it all out, right? Anytime you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, just click the link below, and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, so let's check out Rapify to find out whether this is the good or the ugly. Maybe there are better ways to make money online. Maybe this is a bit of a waste of time. Let's check it all out, okay? Now, Rapify is a really cool service. Essentially, what you can do is you can basically put a big wrap advertisement on your car, all right, and then you get paid for it. That's it. It's really, really simple. Nothing, too much to it. It's actually a very simple program, simple service. The only problem with Rapify is it's only based in the US right now. So if you're not based in the US and you're watching this video, unfortunately, you can't join this, but stick around till the end of the video. I'm going to show you another really, really cool way to generate some money online, okay? Now, Rapify, if you are based in the States, okay, all you need to do is come to their website and click on the top right here where it says for drivers, all right? Now, once you're on this, for drivers section, what you need to do is you need to go to either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, okay? So right here, this is Apple App Store. This is the Google Play Store, right? Download the app, and then you can basically get signed up. And what they'll do is they're going to do a background check on you, okay? So first, a couple of things on whether you actually qualify and what they're going to check in the background. So it's a very simple background check. They just want to make sure that you're not somebody that is, just causing a lot of violations while driving. So they want to check how many accidents you've had. Usually, you need to have 2 or below in the last 3 years, okay? Also, you have to be over 21 years old to get, do this, and other traffic violations like moving violations and things like that. So in general, if you haven't got a lot of violations while driving, then you should be able to qualify for Rapify, which is cool, okay? Another thing as well is your car has to be in good condition, all right? So if your car is not in good condition and it's older than 2010, then you won't be able to join Rapify. But let's say, assuming that's all good, they'll do the background check, then they'll come back, say everything's okay, and then you need to check how much of your car you want to be wrapped, okay? So this is, the most that you can be wrapped is called the 360 wrap, so your entire car will be wrapped, okay? You got to be okay with that, by the way, obviously, right? Because you're going to be driving around with this wrap on your car. Another one, so we can't rotate this. Oh, there we go. We can drag this. So again, this is what your car is going to look like, essentially, right? Wrapped all the way around, okay? Then you got the 270 wrap, which is basically the bottom, right? And your roof is not going to be wrapped up. It's kind of the back, and this is not bad, okay? And then there's the 180 wrap, where it's just kind of like, the doors and the back window, which is pretty cool. But what's the difference, okay? Well, the difference is how much you can get paid. Obviously, if you do the 360 wrap, you're going to max out on how much you can earn. You can see right here, this is an estimate, okay, based on how much you drive per day, whether you are driving in the right area. So let's just say you live in LA, right, Los Angeles. They will pay you more if you're driving in the city. Okay, so they'll basically have a map, and to max this out, you have to drive a certain amount of miles per day. So for example, different campaigns are different, but it might be you have to drive 20 miles a day, which is quite a lot, especially if you're not driving that much, okay? If you're doing something like you're doing DoorDash, or maybe you're an Uber, or you're working with Lyft, then it might be easier because you can combine this, right? Since you're going to be using your car a lot anyway, you can combine it and then earn on this, and you can also earn on the other side hustles as well, like Lyft, like Uber, like DoorDash, depending on what you're doing. But if you drive your car a certain amount of miles, for example, like 20 miles a day, and you're driving within the right area, okay, not the outskirts, they want to really be maximizing where people are actually hanging out, like the city areas, right? Then you can max this out right here. So between $264 to $452 a day potentially, okay, on the 360 wrap. 270 wrap is a little bit less, 196 to 280 per month, and then 180 wrap is the least, 181 to about 280. This, by the way, is pretty accurate. Okay, so that's what I like about Rapify. They're not saying that you're going to earn, thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, you're putting on a free wrap on your car, you're driving around anyway, so you can earn a little bit extra. Okay, I mean, if you're driving a lot every day, this might be worth it. If you're doing another side gig like, again, DoorDash, you're delivering food, you're delivering product, you're being a driver, then you can earn an extra few $100s with this, which is pretty cool. Okay, now a couple of other things. The wrap is free, and to take it off is free as well, which is cool, right? They will cover the cost of that. So what are the pros and the cons of this? All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so the pros are that, look, if you're somebody that's using your car a lot anyway, and you're driving in central areas like the urban areas where a lot of people are hanging out, you're probably going to be able to max out on this. Okay, now if you're doing side hustles like you're a delivery person, right, or you're delivering food, or you're a driver, right, then it just makes sense to do this because you're using your car on a daily basis anyway, and you're not having to do anything extra. You're just getting the wrap and you're just driving around anyway. So it makes sense to do this if you're doing that. All right. So I think these are the pros of doing Rapify. The cons of Rapify, unfortunately, they're only based in the US. Okay. And the second, I think this is a big con, is that there is a specific campaign time that you have to commit to. All right, so that means that, let's just say you're doing an Amazon ad, right? Or you're doing a Starbucks ad. That campaign might be 3 months, it might be 4 months. So that means that if you are going to get a wrap on your car, you have to commit to a minimum amount of time. All right, so for whatever reason, if you want to take the wrap off, you don't like it anymore, unfortunately you can't because you have committed to a campaign. Does that make sense, right? So as long as you're cool with that, then that's okay, but just understand that there is a minimum time requirement, commitment for every single campaign that you do, depending on which client decides to advertise on your car. Okay, and then the other thing I want to mention as well is, look, this isn't a huge amount of money, right? I mean, it's a few $100s a day. Okay, at the lowest level, 180 is just under $200 a month if you're maxing out on your miles every single day. So a couple of $100 to maybe $300-400, not bad. You're not really doing anything extra, really. You're just wrapping your car, but you have to feel comfortable with being a giant billboard, basically. Okay, so I think Rapify, if you're based in the US and you qualify for this, I think it's a cool side hustle, right? You don't have to do anything extra. You're just going to be commuting to the office anyway. If you already have a side hustle that's related to your car, even better, which is pretty cool. Listen, this is not going to get you rich, but if you add this on with other side hustles as well, this could be a cool little way to generate some additional income. All right, so if you qualify, you're based in the US, you've got a car, right, that's newer than 2010 and it's in pretty good condition and you don't have a lot of violations, then you can check out Rapify at rapify.com. all right, now if you're here watching this video right now, maybe this is the first time that you're landing on my channel. On this channel, I show you all sorts of different ways to generate income online. I have literally tested hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money on the internet, and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, now out of all the good strategies, there is one strategy that I use to completely change my life. I used it to quit my full-time job. I actually make 5 times more than what I used to in my full-time job, and I've got a free masterclass where I go through this step by step. So if you want to check that out, I've got you can click the link right below this video, and the masterclass is right there. You can check it out for free if you want. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review today of Rapify. I wish you all the best, and I will see you on another video in the future. Speak to you soon.